I really don't know how to start this video. When I tell you, I've been actually thinking about this for a long time because I genuinely love tarot. I love talking to you guys. I love doing the readings. But being on Tumblr was just like such a wreck for me. Like, because if you came from Tumblr, you know, like my readings were very long, they were very detailed, and it's hard to kind of like do the reading, process the reading, and then then try to type it out after I've already deciphered it. I was like, it's so much easier. And when I would do readings, I would always say, I just wish I could be live right now, or I could just like, you know, say it. So I'm so excited. Maybe one day in the future I'll have like a cool little catchphrase or whatever, but we're gonna get straight into this, guys. I had a lot of requests. I have a lot of requested periods sitting in my inbox on my Tumblr page, but I was like, I know if I did it in hyphen video first, y'all were gonna come at my throat. That'll be coming at my throat hard. Why do you always do in hyphen readings? But it's just like I just do what's requested to me the most. So I started going through my inbox. I was like, what should be the first video I do? And I saw a request of somebody asking me, could I do a reading on Trainee A and what happened with them? So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm also curious about this, and I think that is the perfect time because Trainee A, I think they're all officially in their own groups now. So I think they're spread out between Cortis, TWS, and the group that just did Boys Planet. Not Boys Planet. Was it Boys Planet? I don't know. I'll correct myself later. But yeah, we're gonna get straight into this goodness. I really like Cortis. I like their vibe. I think they're fun. I don't really know much about the other members. Oh, and I think, I don't know his name, but I know there's one that's also one. I know there's a member that's supposed to be debuting in SM's new boy group as well. So that's fun. That's exciting. So yeah, but that's not what this is about. This video is not about the present, per se. This is about the past. And kind of diving into why Trainee A didn't happen. Because they clearly were very talented. Because they're all still in the show in their respective areas. So yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this while I shuffle these cards. But yeah, I'm very curious to just kind of get their energy right now and kind of go back into the past. Hope you guys are having the best day ever. I didn't even want to show you guys me shuffling, but I feel like sometimes when tarot readers don't shuffle, people are like, oh my god, like, you're not legit, like, you rigged the cards, like, I didn't see you shuffle. So yeah, hopefully I can get some energy coming through as well. I really don't know them like that, like, but I think I'm starting to feel some stuff coming through already, to be honest. So yeah, Cortis is definitely, I don't follow Cortis, but I think that, and please let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Auntie's old a little bit. Comment down below also, what was like the first K-pop group that you got into? Because mine was EXL. Okay, if that shows my age even in the slightest. And I'm forever an XOL. Let's see. Trainee A, what happened? Like, what's tea? Also, want to reiterate, this is all for entertainment purposes only, alleged. None of this is to be a fact. I'm not claiming it as so. Oopsie. We're gonna get straight into it. Oopsie. Ooh. Okay. That might be tea. So we're gonna get straight into it. Trainee A. Why didn't you happen? Now, I know that through the grapevine, allegedly, there was a member that left. And that kind of, I don't know if he was like what they were banking on or what, but we're gonna get into it. Okay, so my first question. Okay. What is my first question? I guess the question is why didn't Trainee A happen? They were supposed to happen. I think there were videos of them practicing and everything, like, and it just kind of dissolved. The Queen of Wands reversed. The Emperor. That's a man in charge, a man in power, a man in the leadership position. The Sun. Ooh. Ooh. Let me see if y'all can see this. Let me move. Okay. So we got some interesting things going on. So, okay. Now, let me see. Can y'all see this? So the Queen of Wands in the reverse is one of those cards that can mean so many things. I'm the type of person when I read, I don't necessarily see queens and kings as people. Sometimes it could be circumstances. And I don't necessarily see them as the gender that they're supposed to portray either. But if we talk about the general definition of the Queen of Wands in the reverse, she's somebody who, she can be very jealous. She's a very jealous person. We're going to skip her for now. The Emperor is somebody in charge. And it's upright, which means it's well-intended. And their decision to okay. Let's just say, like, what I see in my mind's eye is, like, obviously with every K-pop group, there's someone in charge. Like, there's someone in charge of the concept. There's someone in charge of the music, the production. Like, K-pop groups are manufactured, you know, whether we want to admit it or not. And yes, like, of course, as groups get more time in, they kind of get a little bit more control of, like, their image, or, like, maybe get to put more input. But, you know, obviously before you debut, like, they look at you guys, they look at your talent, they look at what you're good at, what you're not good at, and they go, okay, this is going to be your concept. Now, with the Emperor here, this is definitely a man in charge. And if we're asking the question of why did they disband, it's because whoever this man is felt like that was what needed to happen. And he wasn't on a power trip, because if he was on a power trip, it would be reversed. But it's upright, which means he just genuinely felt like this was the right thing to do. The Sun in reverse is not being happy. It's unhappiness. It's like pessimism. It's that type of energy. So there was a lack of satisfaction within the group. Somebody wasn't happy. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse is like a wasted investment. So it's like, Ten of Pentacles in the upright is a card of like longevity. So when we have in the reverse, that is someone feeling like they're not going to last. Or like there's no point in investing in them in the way you have to invest in a K-pop group, because there's something about, or someone felt like they didn't have the ability to like bring in the long-term revenue that they wanted. And the Eight of Pentacles is going hand in hand with that Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So basically, because the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is like wasted effort, or like something that didn't work out. Like it's like it happened. Like it's almost making me think that like, although we see Trainee A as something that was like definite, and maybe it was just like, it wasn't working. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't clocking. And the Queen of Wands typically is somebody who's very confident, inspiring, an inspired person. She wants what she wants, she gets it. And the upright. So I wonder if there was also a woman involved in the creative direction. Because I'm gonna be honest, like that's what I'm getting from it. I could be wrong, but like it seems like there was a woman who like, because this could even like represent like a clash of some sort of like. Because the Queen of Wands reverse can, in my mind, can also represent somebody who's kind of like, she wants to be like in control. Because the Queen of Wands naturally is a dominant energy. A right is kind of like hot and sexy and like, you know, boss. But I wonder if they couldn't see eye to eye. But I just feel like this Queen of Wands, I feel like there was a woman that was also involved with them as a group. And I don't know if she just lost her passion. Like she just kind of like was really into it and really into like visualizing them and like putting their concept together. And then it kind of like turned into like, never mind. Or like the passion died. It's like, okay. Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to ask about the members, because I'm trying to figure out, is this like these two that weren't happy and felt like this was a waste of our time? Not to say the members were a waste, but like somebody wasn't happy. Sun versus unhappiness. I'm not happy. Ten of Pentacles reverse is like a wasted investment, something that you put a lot of time and money into, or something that you looked at it and you were like, I don't see this going anywhere in the long term. I don't see y'all as a group doing something that can put money in our pockets in the long run. Now, not to say they were right, because obviously these boys have all individually went after the dream, and they're in groups now, very successful. All of them are in groups that are very successful, charting and everything. So if that's the T, you were wrong. But I feel like it seemed like it was just like somebody felt like this isn't worth it. Like it's not worth it. Okay, so how did the members feel of Trainee A at the time? Like about, like I don't know. I think I'm more curious right now about like what their energy was in the moment, like when they were training. Like any issues or anything? Okay, the Six of Cups. Can y'all see that? Okay, so the Six of Cups is in the reverse, which is like, Claus in the reverse in a general way is like being stuck in the past. Six of Cups is also a card of like being young. Seven of Pentacles is about working really hard and praying that it works out. Like you put a lot of effort into something and you have no idea. I think that they really did try really hard. Like I kind of see in my mind's eye people never being pleased with them. But they, like, I don't know. The Seven of Pentacles is always my, like, I'm going to give this everything I have, and I have no idea whether I will get rewarded, but I really hope I do. I really hope that the reason why I worked hard, I stayed up, I, you know, overworked myself was not for nothing. I think that they tried really hard. The Devil is a card that talks about toxicity. It can talk about, like, a toxic work environment. But in the reverse, that's about, like, healing and, like, trying to kind of stay away from that type of stuff. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune is about, like, fated encounters. It's also just about the circle of life and, like, karmic circles, but it's upright. So it's good. It's, like, good luck. Seven of Wands is being defensive. Or feeling like you're constantly having to defend yourself. Was it 7 of them? Can somebody let me know? Because we got the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So, like, I just get this energy from them where I feel like it's almost like they did the best they could in a shitty, allegedly shitty environment. And I think that, like, they kind of may have tried to change the way things happen here with the Devil reverse. Like, we know the K-pop industry can be toxic and, like, introduce you to a lot of bad habits, like, even with, like, dieting and, like, just the things that they expect of you. I think that they really tried to, like, kind of go against the grain in a way, like, because the Devil, like, I keep getting, like, toxic work environment, toxic people, toxic work environment. And I think that they didn't, like, really want to partake in that. Or maybe they did and they kind of just got to the point where, like, we don't want to do this anymore. Like, why does it have to be like this? But the main energy that I'm getting from this is that they really, like, tried. Within what it was, they really tried. I just think that, like, whatever they did, it wasn't good enough. But with the 7 of Pentacles here, they really fought to the end to, like, debut. But it just didn't happen. That's just what I'm getting. Okay, so what was, like, the issue, though? Like, I get that the company or, like, whoever was in charge of them kind of just felt like they weren't happy with the direction. Like, this isn't worth investing in. Like, they're not ready, whatever the case is. Or, like, it's just not going to work. They're not going to be successful. Or the type of success that we're looking for in the next big hit boy group, you know. You're coming from BTS and TXT. Like, I get it, but, like, I keep hearing y'all aren't ready. But I also keep hearing, like, y'all don't have what it takes. Y'all don't have what it takes to do this. But I think that they thought that maybe because the members of Trainee just really did not want to participate in a toxic work environment. Like, I don't know what that's about. I'm very curious. Like, what happened, though? Like, what happened? Like, Ace of Swords in the reverse. That's miscommunications and also, like, people who just don't know what they think or feel. The Magician, that's somebody who's a jack of all trades. 5 of Cups is disappointment. The Moon in reverse is clarity. After feeling like you were left in the dark. Or it's like secrets being revealed in the Chariot in reverse. Chariot in the reverse is like being stagnant. 5 of Cups is like disappointing. Feeling like, it's like being sad. Like being disappointed. The Magician. That's a jack of all trades, though. Damn. This shit is slumping me. The Chariot reverse could also represent delays. Ace of Swords in the reverse is like a lack of clarity, or like somebody's, like, not all hearts, minds, and spirits are clear. It's also like miscommunications. The Magician, though, is somebody who can essentially get whatever they want. Like a master manifester. Typically represented by somebody very talented. And then the 5 of Cups is disappointment, though. Like, it almost feels like, I don't think the Magician was the members. I think that was somebody else who, like, really, like, it's weird to say. Like, I get I wasn't there, but, like, I just keep getting this energy. Like, I'm just kind of channeling at this point. I feel like somebody really wanted them to work, but it just wasn't working. Like, whatever they wanted from, like, Trainee A and the members, they just weren't giving it. Like, I don't think it was something that made anybody happy because, like I said, the Emperor is upright. So in his mind, he was like, this is just the decision that makes the most sense based off of what we're seeing, what I feel. He wasn't on a power trip. Reverse would have been a power trip. Like, I'm doing this to be a dick. I think that, like, there was somebody involved with them that really wanted them to be something, and it just didn't work. Like, the Five of Cups is, like, disappointment. I think it was a mutual disappointment. The Chariot in the reverse is something that was supposed to take off, but it didn't. It's like stagnancy. The Chariot abroad is a card of like being determined, willpower, determination. Nothing but getting in your fucking way, period. But in the reverse, it's like the opposite. Moon reversed. The moon is a card of like secrets and confusion and like lies and like, in the context of this question of like what happened, I think that somebody was kind of like, I think that they were never really confident about them. And it's not to say they weren't talented, but maybe they just weren't ready. They were like, y'all aren't ready. Like, we can't invest in this. Y'all aren't ready. You know, they were young, too. Now, I don't know when they were supposed to debut, but... Okay. Okay, so how did the members feel when they couldn't debut? Two of Swords in the reverse. That's, like, coming out of indecision. The Knight of Swords in the reverse definitely might have not said some nice things. Interesting. Whoa. Oh, they were fucking pissed. They were livid. The Tower is the major arcana here, right? So that's kind of leading the way. The Tower is a card of something that blows your fucking mind. You never see it coming. You never see it coming. You never see the Tower coming. It's like you can think of a million ways something will end or like the outcome of something, but then it happens, the Tower falls, and you're like, what? I think that they were pissed. King of Pentacles in the reverse is like a man who is very selfish, especially when it comes to a successful man. Like, I feel like they felt like they got played by like somebody like a wealthy man. Like, you're an asshole. Like, you set us up. Like, you had this plan the whole time. Three of Cups in the reverse is like, three's a crowd. I don't know if that three is significant. I don't know what that's about. Knight of Swords in the reverse, to me, when I see that card, in my mind's eye, I don't think they had nice things to say, because the Knight of Swords is like, in general, an impulsive person. But in the upright, it's innocent. It's like, okay, you may not think before you do things, but like, you mean good. You know what I mean? It's like communication. It's like, it's coming in hot, it's coming in quick. But it's just because you're just so urgent. But in the reverse, the Knight of Swords can represent somebody who's very like crazy with their mouth. And to me, sometimes they can represent people who, or a person who kind of like, whatever they feel, they do it impulsively. So when we're talking about, like, swords represent communication, right? So, like, when we have a Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Knight is already a knight. He's not the most mature. He's not a king yet. He's trying to be that, but he's not that yet. So he's gonna fucking fuck up sometimes. I think that, like, this is what it is. This is what it is. I found it. When I tell you, I would not be surprised, because the Tower is here, right? But with the Knight of Swords reverse and the Tower being here, I feel like they did not give them any type of warning. Like, it wasn't like we knew this was coming. Like, this was like one day we were training, the next day it was like, this is done. This is over. Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords is a card of indecision. Being like, I don't know what to do, so I don't want to do anything. But reverse is like, sometimes it could be representing being such in denial that like you don't even want to like do anything. So that could be the energy. Wow. Is there any truth to like there being a member who left and that's why everything happened? The Page of Wands. Oof. Maybe. Page of Wands is somebody who's very creative, very driven, but they're a page, so, like I said, not the most mature. And it would make sense because I think they were all relatively young at the time when this happened. Six of Wands in the reverse is a fall from grace. It's somebody who was praised a lot that got knocked off their high horse. Okay, so I wonder if there was, like, somebody in the group, or that was supposed to be in the group, that, like, knew they were really talented and fun and quirky, but, like I said, there seems to be this energy where they felt like they were trying their hardest, but, like, it just didn't seem good enough. But it kind of, when I'm in their energy, I think they were definitely young. Because even when I'm in their energy at the time, it feels like a whole bunch of teenagers. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like a whole bunch of, like, preteens feeling a lot of things. Feeling like, bro, we're trying our hardest. And, like, the label or, like, whoever the Emperor is like, it's not good enough. And they're like, what do you mean? Like, I think they really did not fuck with the toxicity. Like, you know, like, it just gives, like, why does it have to be like this? Why can't we just vibe, you know? Page of Wands, though, was somebody who's very creative. But he's young, but he's creative. Six of Wands in the reverse is, like, I don't know if he got praised everywhere else, but it's, like, he wasn't getting praised. He got knocked off his high horse. Five of Swords in the reverse is someone who's, like, avoiding conflict. It's, like, petty, but it's, like, they're avoiding it. They don't want to be involved in the drama. Ace of Cups in the reverse is like your heart not being in it. A loss of love for something or someone. King of Cups in the reverse, somebody's like emotionally detached. So I definitely think there's some truth to that. Yeah, guys, I don't even know. I'm gonna pull on the energy of like the specific members, but I gotta get the names though. Jesus, Auntie is old. Okay, let's see who's supposed to be in Trainee A. Okay, so we're gonna pull each member. King of Wands. So he's a king. He's showing up as the King of Wands back in those days. So he definitely, I mean, he's the older person I see because he was the first person that popped up. I'm literally looking at it on my phone. King of Wands is somebody very confident, very driven. He wants what he wants. He's going to get what he wants because in his mind, who's better than me? So I definitely think he was the leader in a sense. And I'm not going to say he fought for it, but he just seems very confident within himself and who he is. And I'm seeing that he's an Aries. So perfect. Okay. Now we have Sangwon. I don't think that that's the name he goes by, though. What role did he play? Eight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Swords is somebody who kind of plays victim, but, like, I'm not going to say it like that. You're a victim of circumstance, but you get so caught up in, like, what you think is, like, holding you back. But the Eight of Swords is in the reverse, which is, like, getting out of that mindset. I think that, like, when he was in, training and everything, how do I say what I'm channeling? Like, in a politically correct way, like the Eight of Swords is someone who typically, they're their own worst enemy, if that makes sense. And I feel like with him, what I'm channeling is he's someone who may struggle. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Like, Eight of Swords reverse is telling me he is resilient. He tried. But I think that sometimes he kind of got so caught up in, like, this is who I am, this is what I am. Like, maybe people make comments to him, like, during evaluations. And, like, things just kind of stick with him. And I think that instead of being like, I don't have to, like, let these things attach to me, he kind of said they have to be, like, it's just what it is. So I feel like he kind of played this role of, like, he was actively fighting the circumstances that he kind of felt like he was stuck in. He was working on it, though. I don't know if that makes sense. I probably didn't. I hope you guys can read my mind. Wuchan, he's in All Day Project, right? What was his role? The Hangman. So he was very stubborn. Hangman in reverse is somebody who can't see the bigger picture. I don't know what the bigger picture was, but he's often a very stubborn person, someone not willing to sacrifice. And he's young too. Like, and I get it. They were very young, allegedly. Like, none of this is a fact. I'm getting the energy like he was very young at the time. So it's just like, it makes sense. Like, they're teenagers. Like, they don't get the concept yet, but I feel like he may have been one of the members that kind of gave them a hard time because I kind of see them being like, yo, look at the look at the John, like, and he's like, no, I don't care. I care about what on my side of things, but my perspective is rather than, he may have struggled to be in the group and kind of work as in we get how you feel, bro, but we all got to put our feelings to the side. Like, you got to look at the bigger picture. Not necessarily the one to make all the sacrifices. Okay, what about James? Six of Pentacles. That's a very generous person. That's somebody who, that's interesting. That was his role. That was his energy at the time. Six of Pentacles is like, can y'all see this? Okay, I can see this. Six of Pentacles is a giver. He gives genuinely. He gives from the bottom of his heart. And we're talking about career. He may have been someone that got a lot of opportunities. Like, I think, because when you get the Six of Pentacles, this also tells me that James was well liked. Like, I think by people in power. Because I'm right, the Six of Pentacles, a reverse would tell me, like, they kind of take advantage of him in a way. But the Six of Pentacles is, like, genuine. So I feel like that's kind of like a generous soul. I don't know if he did a lot of stuff for the members. Like, he kind of allowed himself to kind of be, like, the helping hand. As they kind of said the heart, give him that, spit that knowledge on him. But I also just feel like he was somebody who the company did a lot for. Like, when he was a trainee, like, they supported him a lot because they really liked him. I don't know. I'm channeling at this point, guys. I think they really liked James. He was very well liked. He was somebody that they did things for, like the company. What's his sign? Oh, he's a Libra. Interesting. Okay. JJ. That's the one who's Three of Wands. He wanted to debut. He was hungry. he was hungry, period. He was hungry for it. Three of Wands is about, I don't know if y'all, oh, I know y'all can see it, but let me bring it closer. If you see my girly pop, she see that water. You see she got the tribal vibe going, and she like, I'm finna go. You know, Two of Wands is a card of planning. What am I gonna do? Three of Wands is like, I know I already chose, and now I'm looking at it. When I used to have my Game of Thrones deck, there was a picture of Daenerys Targaryen like looking. What was that freaking city that she conquered? It was in the picture of the Three of Wands. She's standing on the top of a hill and she's looking at it. Right before she's like, yeah. So I feel like he knew what he wanted. He wanted to be an idol. He wanted to be in this group. He wanted to debut. So I feel like he was very focused on that. He was not playing. Jihoon, he's in Cortis, right? I'm tripping? Oh, I am tripping. He's not in Cortis. Anyways, the Fool. The Fool is upright. So I think he definitely was very young. He was young. And he was just having a blast. Is there like a backstory with him about like being an idol was very spontaneous for him? Because I think the Fool is very YOLO. You only live once. Fuck it, why not? And so I think in the group, he's also very innocent. I keep hearing the word naive. So I think that he may have been very young and naive and just happy to be there. And like, I don't know why I also get this as the like, not to say him being an idol was random, but like the situation itself, like training and all of that was just like, not a side quest, but like I'm just gonna do it. But this is giving me the young energy. Like he was very young, like not just literally in age, but like in spirit and in the mind, just had the mindset of someone younger. And then we have Leo. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, I think that he might allegedly be clocked with that situation that people said, you know, he left and everything after that. They were just like, never mind. Eight of Wands in the reverse is something that had momentum that lost it. So I feel like, because how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if he was the 8th, not the literal 8th member, but let's just say it was 8 of them at a point. I don't know them. Y'all gonna have to put me on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyways, whatever. Eight of Wands in the reverse is like a loss of momentum. So I feel like he like started off being passionate, but I think it just died. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think he just lost his interest in being in this group. To be honest. Like, that's what I'm kind of seeing. Eight of Wands upright would be like, he was really like passionate, like on the move, on the go. Reverse though is like a spark that was hot, isn't it? And it just, it can also represent feeling stagnant as well, kind of like similar to that Chariot in the reverse, where it's like, where is this going? Where are we going? Like I don't feel like this is going the way I want it to go, and I no longer have a desire to like be in it. So that's that. The last card I'm gonna pull is asking, what's their current relationship with each other? Because, you know, not all of them are in different groups. Four of Wands. Oof. Oof. They're definitely not close. The Four of Wands represents, this is not a happy home. Oh, no. No, that makes me sad. Yeah. Four of Wands in the reverse is like, this is not a happy home. I don't feel safe. I used to feel safe. I don't anymore. We used to be family. Not anymore. We used to be close. I don't have a desire to be close with you. I don't trust you. Not even I don't trust you, but like, I don't trust you. Knight of Wands in the reverse is like not a good blood card. It's kind of giving me bad blood. Knight of Wands in the reverse is like an aggressive energy and kind of like an angry, petty, childish energy. Ten of Cups in the reverse is like, we don't fucking like each other. Now, I'm not talking about the members who are together, but because I know some of them ended up still in the same group. But there's like definitely them as trainee A, like you're not gonna catch them out to dinner together. I'll say it like that. Death in reverse. Death is a card of like an unavoidable reaping, an unavoidable change, the unavoidable death of something. Like not literally a person, but like I don't think they've accepted the death of trainee A. Or there's certain people that like have not gone over the fact. Like it's kind of like this. It's like, this is what I'm like channeling. I think that there's still people that say, what if? What if? What if? And I just think that it's hard for them to just accept that, like, y'all were never supposed to debut together. That's what I'm getting. It's like God is like, y'all weren't supposed to. Like, it just wasn't supposed to happen. It was supposed to end. Death represents an ending. And it's an unavoidable ending. And I think that there's some people that still hold on to, like, I feel like instead of just accepting that it was supposed to happen, there are members that felt like or feel like still that, well, if you wouldn't have did that, or if you wouldn't have did that, or if this wouldn't have happened, we still would have debuted. Like, it's our fault, rather than, like, it was just written in the stars not to happen. Now, the Hierophant is about traditional values and, like, your community and, like, your spiritual community. Why the Hierophant? Why? The Six of Swords. Yeah, I think that the Six of Swords is about transitioning from drama, petty bullshit. I think that they're just... I just think they have different morals and values, to be honest. Like, that's what I'm getting from that. Like, that's it. But yeah, they're definitely not cool. Ten of Cups in the reverse of the Four of Wands in the reverse. We are not cool. We're not partners no more. I hate you. Not hate is a strong word, but it's just like, I don't really like you. They definitely all as a unit don't fuck with each other. Like, in terms of like I said, you're not going to catch them out to eat as who they were. Not to say there aren't certain members that are close. Like I said, I know some of them are in the same group or whatever. But there's at them, like, as a, no, bad blood. So thank you guys. This was my first reading. I really hope it pops off. This was a tough one. Their energy was really hard to connect to. I tried my best. Definitely let me know, and let me know if y'all connect any dots too. I love anybody that's like interested in tarot. Definitely use this as some practice. It seems like my rusty ass needs some practice. So thank you. Love you guys so much. Be safe. Good night.